welcome back to my channel. Come on, you gonna sit up or you gonna come down? You gonna say hi? Hey, it's hello. Can you say hi? As you can see, we're out here enjoying this beautiful nature, and it is absolutely gorgeous. Yes. We've been here a little bit, we walked a little bit, and I decided to sit down and talk. I wanted to talk about basically what I've been talking about. Finding that, that pure space that the Almighty has placed within all of us. You got something to say? Yeah. Yeah, are you enjoying it? You're out here? We got on some new shoes we put on, but they're they don't have a lot of support, but he loves them anyway. His grandma bought him these shoes. You like those shoes? Anyway, yeah, we're talking about finding that pure space, and I wanted to talk about things that could potentially block what I have noticed that cause suffering within myself. A lot of times, I've been spending a lot of time pretty much just observing myself. I think it's good to observe yourself, to know yourself, to understand what's going on. A lot of times we misinterpret our experiences. We look for the issues to be external than internal. And it's not until you start looking internal that you realize that you can fix your whole pretty much world if you figure out what's going on internally. Because sometimes we will go through things and we will I'll let him, he wants to see himself. We will go through things. See if I can put it in a way where you can look at yourself too. And we'll misinterpret it. You got it all out, Alakai. For instance, sometimes, like we'll experience certain. It's gonna be your show today, huh? We'll experience certain emotions. Yeah, that was beautiful singing. Yeah. And we'll interpret those emotions to something external. When actuality, it's all internal. It's where those emotions are coming from. We'll blame somebody for allowing us to feel this way, or not to say that there's not some external issues that are out there too, but everything is the way you perceive. Can I be allowed to talk, Alakai? Okay? I kiss you all day long. All right. Okay, let's get you. You gonna get down and play? You gonna get down and play? Here, let's let you get down and play. Come on. Come on, let's let you go play. You gonna put your cup up? Go put your cup up. instead of contributing the suffering that we're dealing with or through emotions, a lot of times we'll contribute to what's going on externally. But sometimes it can influence. It can influence what you're dealing with, but all is perception. All is that consciousness. Um, but if you stop and you examine what it is, where is the suffering come from, you'll find out that it wasn't as you perceived it was from the beginning. So I just wanted to kind of go over a few areas to look at, and areas that would block you coming into your true nature of yourself, and that which I experienced within myself, that I found that it was inhibiting my true nature. And this is just through exploration, which anyone can do, which I'm sure you've done, or if not, that if you're listening to this, is because that's something that you want to explore. But anyway, the first area I would say is attachments. Is it necessary to be attached in order to love? That's the first question I would ask myself. What happens when you are attached to something, someone? It could be anything. It could be food, clothes, drugs, shoes. I mean, what happens when you bring attachment into the picture? And you can explore that, as you go through your, the things that you may or may not be attached to. You can explore the emotions that it brings. Does attachment ever bring a feeling of love? Or when you are attached to something, what is the feelings you normally feel? Is it control? Feelings of attachment that comes with attachment is fear of not, if you let go, then this might happen. Even when it comes to your children, a lot of times we have attachments with our children. We think we're supposed to be attached. And that attachment and love, they're two different things. Loving is not control. It's not fearful. It's not trying to manage someone else in a way that's, detrimental to yourself. It's not trusting, really, when we attach. So those are things that can block you from your true nature. Alakai, come back this way. Is attachments. You can love without attachment. You can care for one another without attachment. You can grow a business without attachment. You can have things without attachment to them. When you start attachment to things, then if something happens to those things, then what? Then you feeling lost. You're feeling like it was a need. Is anything a need when you're already full within? The Almighty has placed within us everything we need. So when we are attached to external, even the internal, even being attached to love is not healthy. That means if you feel like there's a way that it's lost, then there's that fear. It creates a fearfulness, and it creates an environment that is not true to who your true nature is. Another thing that can block us from our true nature is this here. Constantly rehearsing, going back to the future. Going back to the past and to the future, not staying in the moment. And basically, a lot of times when you use your thoughts in that way, to where you're constantly rehearsing hurts, pains, even anything. Because when you go to the future, and when it comes to thoughts, it basically is projecting. That can block you from your true nature. When you're projecting, in things, and that means it brings expectations. And when those expectations aren't met, that causes you to be at an imbalance. It causes you to suffer, causes you to regret, or when things doesn't go your way. Those all deal with the mind. So being in the present is where you always want to be. That's where you can find your true nature, yourself. Let me see where this little one is. That's where you want to find your harmony. That's where you find your harmony. That love, that peace is when you are in the moment. So when you catch those times where you're falling into the mindset, you're constantly rehearsing what happened yesterday, today, or what you're going to do tomorrow. Those are the things that can block you from feeling your true nature, from feeling that peace, that love. Not to say that you don't have things that you have to do, you got to work. I make a little list of things and then I leave it. And that's what I do. I have patients that I see. But am I rehearsing my day all day long? Am I thinking about what needs to happen here and there? No. In the moment when it's time to do things, that's when I choose to focus on it. Let me go get this little man. I'll be right back. All right. So that which leads me into the next area is control. What's wrong, honey? Other areas, that leads us right into the next area, which is control. You have to learn how to let go. Let go. That's the hardest thing that most of us do. Restriction causes blockages. It causes distrust when we don't let go, when we think we have to hold on to everything, control everything, see everything through, like we have to know what's going to happen next. Trust the Almighty, the universe, to work it out for you, okay? Trust the source. You say that most people come from a religious background, and this is the hardest thing that a lot of people have. They feel like they have a certain type of faith, but not the faith to where you can just let go of everything, pretty much, all the control, this was the hardest for me, really, was just being okay with just doing nothing. I had days where I just didn't do anything. I just relaxed. I just focused on, I went inward and just kind of learned myself, came to that quiet place of peace, and then I just sat there, did nothing. And you'd be surprised how much rejuvenation, how much energy you get from that. At first it feels so hard, as it was hard to sit with myself for even short periods of time, but after a while you'll see that go right ahead. I'm
friends,
okay.
Friends and family.
Yes, sir. Yeah, but after a while I came to a place where I could actually sit with myself. That was one of the hardest things. This world is created to where you're always moving, you're always focused on something. And the hardest thing to do is to sit with just yourself. But when you can come to that place, you know that, hey, yeah, your whole world is going to change. When you can just sit with yourself, see if you can sit with yourself for just 1 minute a day. It will initially be the hardest thing that you can do. Initially, your mind will start to come in. You'll start racing. It'll want to, start to dream, is what our mind normally does. And then afterwards, it becomes the most beautiful thing in the world. Even when it became to a point where it was quiet for me, what I considered that peace, it still was alien. It was still like, wait, okay, what's next? Have moments where you don't think about what is next. If you can have those kind of moments where you're not always focusing on, okay, what's next? There is no next. Just sit there, be quiet, learn yourself. And then each moment, whenever you have an uncomfortable moment, learn yourself. Learn where is that coming from, and why am I feeling this way? Because of the external. There's something on the external that affects you, your emotions, sit there and just observe that. Observe that. Learn from that space. Learn, just go to the root of why you're feeling the way that you're feeling. And it's always internal. And so those are some of the things I wanted to talk about that would block you from finding. I'm trying to think, is it something else? Let's see. Doing, I guess. I'll put that there. I'll say initially doing. Because what ego likes to do, ego likes to always be busy. It's always that next. I guess the last one led me into this one. But it always think there's something to do, somewhere to go, something to fix. Sometimes do nothing. Allow the source to fix it. Literally, do nothing. It's nothing else to do. There's nothing next. It's nothing. That's when you're not really in the moment, where there's always something to do, go, fix. I have to spin. Those are the things that come from ego. It always wants to do something. So reprogram. Really, you're reprogramming the conditioning of the egoic mindset that there's always something to do. Not to say that when you've gotten to this place of peace, you won't do things. Of course you'll do things, but it would be in a different nature. Those are some of the things that you can look at. It's just taking time out and finding that true nature. And I'm telling you, it will be the best thing that you would ever have done for yourself. For your whole life will change. There is heaven here on earth. Heaven should be here. As above, so as below. You think that you're going to automatically blink into heaven somewhere else, and you haven't fixed this. You haven't found it within you, because the Almighty placed that within you. He said, renew your mind. Go into that, your closet, those kind of things. We talked about Jacob ladder. What do you think that is? That's these energy chakra. I'm not really, that's the energy source that's within us, basically. These are all clues that there's something that your heaven is here. The kingdom is here. Is your body. We all know that. We always say we are the kingdom, but have you manifested that kingdom within yourself? Have you manifested the things we always talk about? Not on a surface level, not on an external level, but internally. Have you manifested that? I always say I'm not here to teach, because I'm not a teacher. I'm just pointing. I'm pointing you to yourself. I'm pointing you to that perfect peace, to that perfect love. And believe me, talks about trying the spirit. That's you. You are that spirit. Try it. Learn of yourself. And you will not regret it. I'm enjoying this heaven. It's a beautiful thing. But anyway, that's all I have for you. Let me think. Let me see if it's anything else before I that may block this perfect peace. No, I have nothing else coming up, so I guess we'll leave it there. Thank you all for watching this video. Remember, I do this for you. Remember to like, share, subscribe. Thank you for coming on these contemplations of the heart. I'm still into my herbal remedies, but my page is full of herbal remedies. I'm sure you got something for every system in your body. So, but I'm going to still do those too, because I know that's how I started this channel. But this is herbal. This is homeopathy. Yourself is homeopathic. And so that's just as powerful, just as important just as harmonious as natural herbal remedies from the earth, is yourself. Anyway, thank you for watching this video. Remember to like, share, and subscribe. Remember that you are beautiful and I love you. Bye. Bye. Gonna say bye? You said bye? He wanted to sit in there. You ready to walk? Okay, now we're gonna walk, okay? You ready to walk? Alright, say bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Bye. Bye.
Okay, now you want to say it.
Bye-bye. Bye.
It's just something that keeps coming up and up, so I said I might as well turn on the camera and talk about it. But another thing that can block you from that not seeing your, I guess, going again, not connecting with your true nature is going against the flow. It's always a life flow. If you're always restricting or contradicting or resistant, they always say what you resist, that will persist. And so, yeah, you want to get out of the habit or the conditioned state of always resisting. Not to say that everything that comes your way, you're going to just give into it. But internally, stay open, even when it's a no, you know? You can have you can be internally open and still not partake of something. That means that's lack of judgment in regards to whatever it is. So whenever you constrict, it restricts the flow of energy, the positive energy that you need to keep in your space in order to stay present and full of love and non-judgmental, not controlling. So basically just go with the flow. It's called the flow. Flow nature, the flow, I can't think of the word, it was right on, it's been going over and over in my head, but yeah, just staying within the flow, basically, the flow of life. It's almost like people would say, well, that's just chasing the wind. No, it's not chasing the wind, because this is allowing your true being to be free, basically, without restraints. This is allowing trust within your true nature, your true self. Not allowing the mind to try to control. The mind has spent hours and hours of controlling pretty much your whole world, which has caused a lot of issues because the mind is really not you. So, it's coming from a fictitious persona perspective, and whenever you do that, there's always going to be issues when you're not working within your true nature, true love, that place of peace, that place of surety. It will bring a balance within your life. So it's just going with the flow, basically. And yeah, that just resonated with me as I was driving off, and I said, well, let me turn on the camera and get it out, because that's just what I'm going to be doing, I'm going to give these short little nuggets that I have learned from, that have brought me in the experience of this truth, this love, this peace that surpasses all understanding, this kingdom that we call here and now on earth, as it is in heaven. We say that prayer all the time, and so yeah, I think for me it had to manifest within myself, manifest within this being that we all share. We're all a part of this breath. No separation from your breath and my